Good morning friends. I am Professor Dr. Mahesh Chowgule, Assistant Professor at Shivraj College, Gadinglas. This is my 5th video lecture and we have started the syllabus of income tax, advanced accountancy paper 2nd. We have started one chapter topic regarding to computation of income from house property. Income from house property, near about 3 problems we have already solved. Today we are going to solve 4th problem. For examination point of view, we know that there is one practical problem on computation of income from house property and 8 marks problem is there, and different types of problems we are solving. Today we are going to solve one problem. Problem number 4 is there. Mr. X is there and he having 3 house properties, house 1, house 2 and house 3. He having 3 house properties. Yesterday we have solved one problem. There was only one house property. It contains 3 separate units and one was LOP. One part is used for own profession and one part which is used by the owner for his own residential purpose. Yesterday we have solved that problem. Today here is one problem. Mr. X having 3 house properties. Firstly we have to check out the nature of house property. Whether that property is SOP, whether that property is LOP, or whether that property is used for own profession. Here 3 properties. Firstly we have to check out the nature of house properties. Here given that first house property is let out, second also let out and third also let out. Means 3 house properties are there and all house properties are let out to the tenant on rental basis. Means all 3 house properties are LOPs, no any property is SOP. Then if that property is LOP, firstly we have to calculate gross annual value, then we have to calculate net annual value, and after deducting deductions available under section 24, that balance remains, it will be called as a income from house property. Means we have to calculate here income from house property of each house. Here are 3 house properties. Then next we have to check out, there are 2 types of problems. Standard rent is given and standard rent is not given. In this problem standard rent is given, and if standard rent is given, there are steps. Firstly we have to take out A and B point, means municipal valuation and fair value. Firstly we have to take out 2 points A and B, A for municipal valuation, B for fair rent. From these 2 values we have to take higher value. Then next we have to take C point, that is standard rent. From these 2 values, higher value and a standard rent, that whichever is lower, that lower value should be taken. Then that lower value and actual annual rent, from these 2 values, that higher value is taken. It is called as a gross annual value. In this problem, unrealized rent for previous year 2000. One mistake is there, that previous year for this current assessment year is 2019-20, then that previous year will be 2018-19. 18-19. Correct it is. Unrealized rent is given in this problem. Then what will be the effect of unrealized rent, we will see later. Then that period of vacancy is given here for 1 month. Means that first house was remained vacant for 1 month. There is no vacant period for second and third house. Then date of construction completed, that first property on 10th April 2003, second property on 10th October 2002, and third property that is on 10th May 2002. Then that loan taken period is given, that first property is loan taken on 16th November 1999. Then second property loan taken on 15th July 1998. And third property, that loan is taken on 2nd November 1999. Then last point is there in this problem, interest on loan for all properties, house properties. There is a loan taken and interest is paid during the previous year. For house 1 it is 1,70,000. For second house it is 1,53,000, and third house there is 1,55,000. For interest on loan there is a deduction. For SOP property only there is a limitation for deduction. That firstly we have to check out when that loan is taken. If that loan is taken prior to 1/4/1999, then maximum amount of deduction is there for 30,000. And if that loan is taken after 1/4/1999, then that maximum limitation for deduction is rupees 2 lakh. If that property is SOP, then only this limitation will be considered. For LOP property, there is no any limitation for deduction. That actual amount of interest is there should be deducted as a deduction. Then firstly, we have to calculate that income from house property of house 1. Same steps we have to apply here. That all points are given. Municipal valuation is there, fair rent is there, standard rent is given, and actual annual rent is there. Then unrealized rent is given. Then what will be the effect of that unrealized rent? We will see. Then this first house was remained vacant for 1 month. Then that municipal taxes are given 10%. Then that municipal tax percentage is given. Then that 10% of municipal tax, this percentage will be calculated on municipal valuation only, no any other values. Means we have to calculate 10% here. That municipal valuation of this property is 3,60,000. Then that municipal tax for this property will be rupees 36,000. 10% of 3,60,000. Next slide. These are the steps we have to apply here for house 1. LOP property is there. We have to prepare 3 separate columns for amounts. That first and second column are the inner column, and last column we have prepared here that final value or final net income from that particular house. That amount will be come into last column. Then we have to calculate first that all properties of LOPs, that first house is also LOP. Then we have to calculate gross annual value. Standard rent is given. That's why we have taken here A and B point. A point is the municipal valuation and B point is a fair rental value. That municipal valuation of first house, it is given 3,60,000 and fair rent is 3,70,000. From these two values we have to take higher value. Here that higher value is taken 3,70,000. 3,60,000 and 3,70,000. From these two values, higher value is 3,70,000. Then C point we have to take here a standard rent. Standard rent of first house, it is given 3,80,000. 3,80,000 is the standard rent. Here that lower value is 3,70,000 and standard rent is 3,80,000. We have to consider these two values. From these two values we have to take here lower value. It is given here lower value. From these two values, that lower value is 3,70,000. Then this lower value and actual annual rent. That actual annual rent, see the earlier slide. Actual annual rent of first house, it is given rupees 3,78,000. Means this is the rent of 12 months. 12 months. Annual rent means 12 months rent is given 3,78,000. But in this problem, that unrealized rent of previous year is given. That any unrealized rent is there, then that rent will be deducted from that actual annual rent. Next slide. जर अनरिलायझ्ड रेंट प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये दिला असेल तर आपण इथं डी पॉइंट ऍक्च्युअल अॅन्युअल रेंट ज्यावेळी घेतो तर त्यावेळी अॅन्युअल रेंट मधून त्या अनरिलायझ्ड रेंट वजा करून येणारी रक्कम आपल्याला या ठिकाणी घ्यावी लागते. म्हणजे ती रक्कम इथं वजा करावी लागते. Means we have to deduct that unrealized rent from actual annual rent. That annual rent is 3,78,000 minus 15,700 is the unrealized rent. Then remaining amount will be taken to outer column. It is 3,62,300. Then this lower value is 3,70,000 and annual rent is 3,62,300. From these two values we have to take here higher value. Firstly we have to take higher value, then lower value and then higher value. From these two values we have to take higher value. Higher value is 3,70,000. In this problem, that first house remained vacant for 1 month. एक महिना हे घर रिकामं होतं, भाडेकरू त्या ठिकाणी नव्हता. तर जर घर रिकामं राहिलं असेल तर व्हॅकंट अमाउंट किती कालावधीसाठी आहे तेवढी रक्कम इथं आपल्याला वजा करावी लागते. हायर व्हॅल्यू आली 3,70,000. ह्या 3,70,000 मधून हे घर 1 महिना रिकाम होतं. आता 1 महिन्याची रक्कम कोणती घ्यायची, तर वार्षिक भाडं प्रॉब्लेम मध्ये दिलेलं आहे. अर्लियर स्लाइड. वार्षिक भाडं, that total annual rent is given 3,78,000. It is divided by 12. याला 12 ने भागलं, 12 महिन्याचं भाडं 3,78,000 होतं. याला जर 12 ने भागलं तर एका महिन्याचं भाडं मिळतं. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. That 1 month rent is 31,500, means from that higher value was 3,70,000 minus 31,500 is a vacant amount. Then balance remains, it will be called as a gross annual value. Unrealized rent काय करायचं ते आपल्याला सांगितलेलं आहे आणि vacant period ची रक्कम काय करायचं तेही सांगितलेलं आहे. Then that balance remains, it will be called as a gross annual value. Then from that gross annual value we have to deduct municipal tax paid during the year. Then municipal tax is given 10% in the problem. Then that 10% will be calculated on municipal valuation. If that percentage is given, then that percentage will be calculated only on municipal valuation. Municipal valuation is 3,60,000. Then 10% of 3,60,000, it is 36,000. Then gross annual value minus 36,000, that balance remains, it is called as a net annual value. राहणारी रक्कम gross annual value मधून municipal tax paid वजा केल्यानंतर जी रक्कम राहते त्याला net annual value म्हणतात. Net annual value of this property is 3,02,500. Next slide. Here is net annual value 3,02,500. From that net annual value we have to deduct that deductions available under section 24. For LOP property, 2 deductions we have to deduct. One is standard deduction under section 24A and second one is interest on loan deduction under section 24B. 2 deductions are there. Then for standard deduction, that percentage, fixed percentage of deduction is there, 30% on net annual value. Net annual value is 3,02,500. Then 30% of 3,02,500, that balance come, it is rupees 90,750. 30% स्टँडर्ड डिडक्शन आहे. नेट अॅन्युअल व्हॅल्यू वर आपल्याला कॅल्क्युलेट करायचं आहे. 90,750 रुपये इतकी रक्कम येते. इंटरेस्ट ऑन लोन पेड ड्यूरिंग द previous year, that amount is given 1,70,000. There is no any maximum limitation for deduction for LOP property. That actual amount paid will be deducted as a deduction. 1,70,000 is a maximum, is a deduction for interest on loan. It is paid 1,70,000, same amount will be deducted as a deduction. Then standard deduction is 90,750. And interest on loan deduction is 1,70,000. Then total amount come rupees 2,60,750. Net annual value minus deduction, that balance remains, it is called as a income from house property. Means there is a income from house property. First house rupees 41,750. That net income arised from that house property will be taken into last column. Last column is a final column. That's lastly we have to make the sum of all income earned from that house properties. Lastly we have to make net total. This is the income from first house property. Then second house. Second house is there. House number 2. This is also LOP and standard rent is given. Same steps we have to apply here. That house 2 is a LOP. We have to calculate gross annual value. There are 2 points, A point municipal valuation and B point fair rental value. For that second house, that municipal valuation is given 4,80,000 and fair rent is 4,70,000. From these two values we have to take higher value, it is 4,80,000. Higher value, from these two values, higher value is 4,80,000. Then next we have to take C point, standard rent, it is 4,65,000. Standard rent is given in the problem, 4,65,000. From these two values we have to take lower value, 4,80,000 and 4,65,000. From these two values, lower values 4,65,000. Then we have to take D point, actual annual rent, it is 4,50,000 is given in the problem. There is no unrealized rent for second house and there is no any vacant period is given for that second house, then that lower value is 4,65,000 and actual annual rent is 4,50,000. From these two points or these two amounts we have to take higher amount. Firstly we have to take higher, then lower, again higher. That higher value we have to take here. 4,65,000 आणि 4,50,000 ह्या दोन्ही रकमेमधली मोठी असणारी रक्कम आपल्याला घ्यावी लागते. तर इथं मोठी रक्कम 4,65,000 रुपये आहे. त्यातनं व्हॅकंट असेल तर वजा करावं लागतं. व्हॅकंट काही नाही आहे, बॅलन्स राहतो 4,65,000. तर ही रक्कम आहे ग्रॉस एन्युअल व्हॅल्यू. इट इज कॉल्ड एज अ ग्रॉस एन्युअल व्हॅल्यू. फ्रॉम दॅट ग्रॉस एन्युअल व्हॅल्यू we have to take municipal tax paid for second house also. That percentage of municipal tax is given 10%. Then we have to calculate the 10% of municipal valuation. Municipal valuation of this second house, it is given 4,80,000. Then 10% of 4,80,000, it comes rupees 48,000. Then 4,65,000 minus 48,000. Gross annual value minus municipal tax paid, that balance remains, it is called as a municipal valuation. Municipal valuation of this second net annual value, gross annual value minus municipal tax paid, that balance remains, it is called as a net annual value. Net annual value of this second house is 4,17,000. 4,17,000 net annual value आले. मग याच्यातून आपल्याला डिडक्शन्स वजा करायचे आहेत. नेक्स्ट स्लाइड. नेट एन्युअल व्हॅल्यू ऑफ दिस प्रॉपर्टी इज 4,17,000. फ्रॉम दिस वी हैव टू डिडक्ट two deductions. One is standard deduction which is 30% of net annual value. नेट एन्युअल व्हॅल्यूच्या 30%, 1,25,100 आलं. Then interest on loan deduction we have to deduct here 1,53,000. Actual interest paid will be deducted as a deduction. The total amount will be deducted 2,78,100. 2,78,100. Net annual value minus deduction, that amount remains will be taken to outer column. That is the net income from house property from second house. दुसऱ्या घरामधून मिळालेले इन्कम आहे 1,38,900. Third house is there. Third house, house 3. It is also LOP. We have to calculate same steps. We have to apply municipal valuation, fair rent. From these two values, higher value should be taken. Then C point, standard rent. Then that higher value and standard rent, that lower value we have to take. Then lower value plus and actual annual rent. From these two values, we have to take higher value. There is no unrealized rent or vacant amount is there. Then higher value come here 6,25,000 less vacant period amount nil. Balance remains, it is called as a gross annual value. From that gross annual value we have to deduct municipal tax paid. Then that balance remains, it is called as a net annual value. Next slide. Same like we have to deduct deductions. Net annual value minus standard deduction and interest on loan deduction. It is 30% of NAV, net annual value, and actual amount of interest paid on this house property, house 3. Then this total amount will be deducted from here. Then net income from the third house is 2,40,500. 3 house properties are there. Separately we have calculated income from each house property. It is taken into last column. First house, second house and third house. All 3 house properties income will be taken. That sum will be taken here. It come rupees 4,21,150. It is the net income from house property, that is taxable income from house property of house 3. These are the steps, these are the procedure to compute the taxable income from house property. That person having more than house properties and all are LOPs, such this problem we have solved today. Same problems you have to do practice at your home, and if you have any queries you can ask anytime through WhatsApp, or you can ask me by directly calling me. Thank you very much.